SHI Stadium. Depth chart just came out. Richie Schnyderite, publisher, Night Report. Chris Nalwasky, beat writer. Chris, what do you think? Depth chart.
Hey man, we're here. We're at Rutgers. Depth chart just came out, like you said. So I guess not really surprises to us because we've seen practice. But you know, all around, you know, it's a lot of the same guys from last year. Obviously, a lot of the stars are back from last year. So it's pretty much the same as
yeah, I mean, not a ton of surprises. No Evedral quarterback. Offense looks pretty much like everyone expected. I guess the one surprise you could say is Brian Felter back up.
Yeah.
And then Cedrice Pallion as Pallion, whatever it is. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Pronunciations are on the ScarletKnights.com though, finally, which is going to help me a ton.
For sure.
But yeah, Cedrice has played himself back into a starter role.
Yeah. I know a lot of fans were kind of educating, guessing that Felter was going to be a starter there. He played a lot last year as a freshman. But Cedrice, came over last year from JUCO. Like I said, he's played well during the spring or the summer, excuse me. And yeah, he looks like he's going to be a starter at left guard, 6'4", 310. Maybe he's more comfortable as the second year back. So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, they definitely got beefier. I know Felter's a little shorter on the shorter side compared to most of the offensive linemen, so moving him to center makes sense. He's obviously going to step up next year and probably be that starter for the next, what is he, a freshman?
Sure, freshman still technically, yeah.
So yeah, so then for the next 3 years, I guess you would say. Maybe even redshirts this year. So then technically I gave him the next 4 years or whatever. 5 years. If I see one more wasp, I'm going to freak out.
And lantern flies.
Lantern flies and wasps, we got a little count going. I think we're at like 102 lantern flies.
I just tried to get one like 2 seconds ago.
Yep, so. I'm done with it. Anyway.
Yep.
Reggie Sutton, that's another one. If healthy, very good offensive lineman on the interior. Again, add some more beef at that guard spot. And then Brendan Bordner. And then Holland Pierce too. They're both talented tackles, so that was an interesting battle, and obviously Bordner won out. Bordner, I did not see Bordner contributing this much since the switch from defensive line, but
for sure.
Other than that, I think the offense is pretty much what everyone expected. I guess Sanders is a surprise to some people, but what did he put up, like 400 yards or something last year, like 6 games?
Obviously, Coach Susan knows him from his time at Bucknell. He's played really well. I think you'll see him contribute this year.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
But like I said, offense is pretty much predictable. I think most of you actually got it correct, if not like majority correct. Defensive side, again, everything you kind of saw coming already. I guess the one surprise would be Ifeanyi Maije being a backup after grad transferring from Temple. I know Greg already mentioned it after one of the scrimmages, I think, or after one of the practices. He was dinged up a little bit, but he's back. He's good. Mayan Hanatu, Greg just mentioned in the press conference too. He's known him since he was 14 years old. Recruited him for I don't even know how long at this point. Again, obviously he went to Minnesota, played for Panagos, familiarity there. Very good player.
And Rob Smith.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean he likes. Greg said so. He's known mine since he was 14. Coached him in high school. He knows his kids. They were friends. He's played really well this camp. I think even if Major was healthy, throughout the whole camp, maybe Hanatu maybe even would have beat him outright, or if they were both healthy. He played really well. He's up to size, 285 now. Big guy, very nice kid. I talked to him a week or two ago. But like you said, Ifeanyi Maije, good backup. Many thought maybe he would be a starter coming over from Temple, who they play week 1. But yeah, he was banged up, but he was all AAC pick, so it's good backup to have, honestly, filling in for Dunford.
And then I guess I shouldn't say it's surprising, but the other one that we kind of noticed is Mohamed Toure. I just asked Greg about him. He's still going to play like both kind of linebacker DN type role. He'll be that hybrid pass rusher that everyone loves nowadays. He's basically turning into a better version of Kamoko, which is crazy to say.
Better version. Okay,
I think he will. End of the day, he will be a better version, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's bigger. I think he's like bulkier, I guess.
Yeah, you could say Kamoko might have got a little misused here and there.
A little bit. Just
no comment. I know. I always have to throw a little shade at Dash Aaron. Anyway. Yeah, so Toure led the team in sacks last year, 4.5, and he wasn't even a starter.
No, he played a limited role, and 4.5, I want to say.
Yeah, 4.5. Another lantern fly. I hate these things. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, interesting team. Drew Singleton at linebacker was a little shocking. I know they kind of play nickel quite a bit. I think last year was like the last 5 or 6 games it was straight nickel. I'm pretty sure the entire game, or 4-2-5, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Yep.
So I still don't think you're going to see much of Drew. But well, we don't know. I guess he's a starter, so he's going to be out there occasionally.
It depends on matchups too. I mean, they play Wisconsin. Obviously, they're going to want to run the ball more. So having more linebackers there might help, like you said. So and Deion Jennings is backing him up. I know when Ash was here, we thought he should have played more as a freshman and sophomore.
Yep.
He didn't.
When he did, he shined.
When he did, he played well. So it's interesting. He's an athletic guy. They're both, I guess, not like the biggest, bulkier guys on the team in terms of linebackers, but they do have some speed. Obviously, Singleton was the top recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah.
So there's always that talent there.
But they don't have that Fadukasi speed, and that's going to be your mainstay at linebacker, and he's going to probably put up similar numbers to last year. Still going to have a pretty big year. I expect him to be one of the semifinalists for I think it's Nagurski.
Nagurski?
Yeah, I forget which one.
No, Buckus,
Dick Buckus is the linebacker one, you're right. And then Nagurski's, I think, the defense.
Yep.
Yeah, not Nagurski. Dick Buckus. Jeez, I'm all over the place right now.
Yes. Actually, real quick, sticking on linebacker, there's an or in the linebacker spot between Tyson Fogg and Tarek Maggs-Williams. It's a little shocking to me. Going back to Deion Jennings, I thought he played better than Maggs-Williams throughout his time. But Maggs-Williams really played well during camp. Fogg is obviously a multi-year starter. He was a captain a couple years ago. He's a big guy, big middle linebacker. So a little surprising there's an order there, but we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, no, that's definitely intriguing. Like I said, I think I said it the first day we came to camp. Maggs-Williams put on some serious muscle.
Yeah.
He looks leaner. He looks more trimmed and built and all that. So I can't say I'm too shocked because I noticed it day one, but I didn't expect him to be a starter, and he's right there listed as a starter.
And the one thing that's intriguing, I remember we were asking about Tyson Fogg. Maybe it was like the first day of training camp, and Shiano was quick to mention Maggs-Williams, which is a little surprising to me. He wanted to put his name in there in the Fogg, kind of conversation, I guess you can say. So
no, it's definitely interesting. And then cornerbacks right away, the biggest one that we already talked about and Greg talked about too. Patrice Rene, he's going to miss the UNC grad transfer, former one-time Rutgers commit, is going to miss the first game against Temple. We don't know the extent of his injury. Greg didn't really go into details. He's injured. That's all we know. So obviously Malachi/Max Melton, whatever you want to call him, is going to be one of the starters against Trey Avery on the other side. I think you're going to see, who else is on that? Hassan Abraham and Longerbeam. Longerbeam won one of the spring game awards for, I think, most improved defensive player, right?
It was the toughness, because he was injured in the spring, and then he came back and played well.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because Greg usually does not, or I shouldn't say just Greg and Fran Brown usually do not like these shorter corners. You can tell by recruiting they're going after the 6'1" cornerbacks, 6'3" safeties. They like these bigger guys, and now they're going to rock out with a 5'10" and 5'11".
Yeah, he's quick, so maybe that has something to do with it. In the slot, also probably in the slot, maybe.
100%. I personally like Trey Avery. So
absolutely. I do too.
That's gonna have to all mix around when Renee gets back, and we'll see how that fits and everything.
Yeah.
But the safeties, we kind of expected Avery Young to take over at safety. He's going to be a heck of a player. NFL scouts, every time we talk to one at camp, it's that Avery Young kid, Avery Young. So I mean, I have him projected in my bold prediction as Rutgers' highest draft pick this year. I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for that because Fadukasi is probably going to be right up there too.
Bo maybe.
Bo even if Bo has a big year. I think Shameen Jones has a ton of NFL potential as well. I think, and that's like a little under the radar tip for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's going to be interesting. I like Avery Young a lot. Christian Izian, despite his lack of size, again another undersized. What's he? 5'9"? No.
He's listed at 5'10", but it's might be a little generous.
That's a line and a half.
Yeah. He's a great player.
Great player, super athletic, can probably out-jump most of the guys that are like 6'1" or whatever. But he's going to be a great player too this year. He's a senior year, I think junior. Okay, so he's got another year too.
Yep.
And then Najee Jones coming in again, who stepped in for Brendan White last year, and I think he had 2 picks.
He played honestly maybe even better than Brendan White did last year.
Yeah.
So
right.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
he did.
No, he did. No, I agree with you. I just think it's funny. A lot of people might disagree with that one.
Okay.
I agree with you personally.
Okay.
And Lawrence Stevens, so special teamer, and he's now on scholarship, showing off that he can do it all pretty much. I think they'll mix in some guys too. I know we talked about Clark coming out of high school and maybe potentially starting. Obviously, that didn't happen, but Clark's another good guy who's going to play. I'm trying to think. What else do we have? We got special teams, but that's Guy Fava's back. He's back, backup kicker and punter, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Ideally, you don't want him to play at all. I hate to say it, but you don't want him to play at all. But Valentino is going to take over again, the soccer superstar. Who else? Adam Korsak.
Adam Korsak is a wizard. I always call him in articles. He's a wizard.
I'm
picking the ball.
I'm amazed watching him. But it's incredible. We saw it. It's like within the 10 every time.
Yeah.
There's some crazy bounces, and it's just like right here, 1 yard line.
Yeah. You know, one kick is high, one kick is low, spinning sideways.
He can do it all.
It's absurd. It's crazy.
He will get a shot in the NFL.
For sure.
I would not be shocked if a team just said, screw it, we're going to draft a punter. We need a punter.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't happen often, but unless you're like the Raiders, I think, who drafted like a kicker in the second round, like weirdos. But
the guy Sebastian Janikowski, the other one.
Sorry about that, Raiders.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But you know, Korsak has a chance to break, help break a lot of records at Rutgers.
Most definitely
this year. So.
Ideally, you don't want to use your specialist that much.
Sure.
But if he has to be used, he's right there, and he's going to be great at it. So I'm not worried about the specialists at all. Then the Taylor brothers at long snapper, they're both studs. I don't know how else to describe it. You don't get a scholarship as a long snapper unless you're good. So
sure.
Both of them are very, very good.
Yep. Aaron Cruikshank is back at returner.
Cruikshank is returning.
He's a preseason, basically all-American for his return abilities.
Yeah.
He's approved as receiver. We talked to him today about it too. He returned 2 kicks, I want to say, last year for touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to,
3 away from the NCAA record.
Yeah, he's got a chance to do that and more. Josh Youngblood is back there too.
I think he's only a junior.
Coming over, Cruikshank? I believe so.
Yeah, Cruikshank's only a junior.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't break that record, I'll be shocked. He has a really good shot at being arguably the best return man in the country. Then on top of that, like you just said, Youngblood, Big 12, 2019 Big 12 return man of the year. Insane combo back there. It's going to be super deadly. Coach Adam Shire, is going to have so much fun with this unit in general.
Sure.
I know Phil Steele just ranked it the best in the Big 10, but I think you can argue, like, this is crazy to say, I guess, but you can argue it might be the best in the country.
Yeah. They put a ton of effort into special teams in practice.
Yeah, no, it's huge. He's a great coach too, and I'm intrigued to see what the special teams unit's going to do. It's going to win them some games. Maybe not win them some games, but it's going to help them get a chance to at least win these games. They're going to give them every opportunity possible.
Sure.
But overall, depth chart done, press conference done. We're off Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Yep.
We're not going to do anything practice-wise. The guys are obviously going to be prepped. What else we got?
Thursday's the game. It's supposed to rain, so we'll see how that turns out. But Coach Yano hopes all the Rutgers fans comes out no matter what. They'll be here, obviously. So that's how he put it. So they'll be here. You guys should be here. We'll be here.
Of course. I think the rain's going to end around, like they said, 2 or 3. We'll figure it out.
Sure.
We'll have a weather report probably Wednesday afternoon.
There you go.
Try to get it as close to the game time as possible to get you guys a little prepped for that. Other than that, Rutgers Temple men's soccer tonight. Up a week with the real football. Had to get that joke in there.
For sure.
But yeah, no. Rutgers men's soccer's on the rise, and they look good. They blanked. They shut out Delaware 2-0 on their season opener.
2-0? You mean
2-0? 2-0. You are correct. 2-0.
And women's soccer's 2-0 too.
And yes, women's soccer's
field
good
hockey,
too.
I want to say.
I don't know the field hockey record, but I do know they beat someone.
They beat Duke. They beat Duke. Ranked Duke team. That's pretty cool.
So they're going to be Rutgers Athletics on the rise. We're actually going to go take a little tour of the Rocky with a few. Check that out. I'm sure some of you guys are probably going to do the same on game day.
Yep.
We're going to have photos afterwards of like all the interior and all that stuff, so we'll send that over, post that on the boards. If you're not a subscriber to the Night Report, get on before Thursday, and you only have to pay $20, 2021, so $20.21.
There you go.
Get the little promo going for the new year, new program, new face of whatever.
Greg Schiano's back again, second time. I know he's back last year technically,
but no one got to see him.
No one got to see him.
So sign up now. TKR promo code TKR 2021. It's $20. You get a whole year. You get to listen to all the scoop from us too, from Alex Gleitman, from Ryan Patty, and Ant Ciliano, and Craig Epstein, and I. We have a huge staff. Everyone does great. If you like Rutgers and you're not subscribed, I'm going to tell you right now, you're kind of like.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
You got to subscribe. Subscribe now. $20, whole year. You get the inside scoop on recruiting. Football, basketball. Oh, I forgot about Lex. Lex covers wrestling. We have the only wrestling beat writer
for sure
in Rutgers athletics.
He knows Rutgers wrestling like back of his hand.
Well,
so.
yeah, I mean it helps when you are a
former wrestler for Rutgers. Yeah,
head coach Donovan Catholic too.
Coach now, yeah.
Yeah, so he knows his shit. I'll tell him that. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you're not signed up, sign up now. What else do we got? Anything else?
No, it looks like, just looking around, they're putting up, the finishing touches. They're bolting in the seats right now.
You can hear it in the background. Yeah, you can hear everything.
So
in the background.
they got some new spotlights in the tunnel. So
excuse our appearance for today. We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing, or try to go somewhere else that's not in the 300 level and 200 level.
Yeah, it was loud up there.
It's loud in the 100s. They're screwing in seats. The stadium looks beautiful. Everything's power washed. Everything's painted. It's going to be a great day Thursday. I'm optimistic. This hurricane isn't going to do anything. I just jinxed it. So, all right. On that note,
all right. Thanks, everybody.
See you Thursday.